Little wise, wise replies. Welcome to KidSay.
Hey, wave watchers and salt detectives. I'm Ari, and welcome to KidSay, the show where your curious questions get splashed into fun science stories. Imagine this. You're taking a sip of river water. Gross? Nope, it tastes clean. But take a sip from the ocean. Yikes. Salty, right? So here's the salty scoop. Why is ocean water salty but river water fresh? Get your snorkel ready. Time to explore the water cycle mystery. Got a question about space dust, insects, or lava lamps? Send it through the KidSpace Stories and Music app. It's free on the App Store and Google Play, and it's the only way to reach me. Every time it rains, raindrops land on rocks and soil. That rainwater is a tiny bit acidic, thanks to air and carbon dioxide, and it slowly dissolves minerals and salts from the ground. These go into streams and rivers as dissolved ions, a fancy word for salt bits floating in water. Rivers carry all that salt, sure, but they never pile up flavor. Why? Because rivers always have somewhere to go. You see, they're always flowing toward lakes or the ocean. That means any salt they pick up just keeps moving along. Now the ocean is different. It's like the final water party host. All rivers dump their salts there, but the ocean never gives it all back. When ocean water evaporates into the air, it leaves the salt behind. Eventually, that water falls again as rain and starts the cycle all over. But the ocean keeps getting saltier over millions of years. Also, some ocean salt comes from the ocean floor itself, through volcanic vents and deep sea geysers that spew salty chemicals into the sea. Over a long time, salt stacked up in the oceans until it's about 3.5% salt by weight. Yep, that's about 35 grams per liter, which is why seawater tastes so salty. Rivers, moving freshwater with just a little salt. Oceans, salt collectors over millions of years. Most lakes and rivers don't get salty because they have at least one outlet. Water flows in and out, and they don't hold salt long enough to build up a strong flavor. But there are exceptions. For instance, inland lakes with no outlet, like the Dead Sea or Great Salt Lake, do become super salty, just like oceans eventually do. Try this at home. Want to taste the difference safely? Option 1. Don't actually drink, just explore density. Take a clear cup, fill it halfway with river or tap water. In another cup, mix a tablespoon of salt in water, like ocean water. Drop an egg or grape in each. Notice the egg floats better in salty water because it's denser. This shows how salt changes water's buoyancy. Fun salty facts. About 97% of Earth's water is salty. That's nearly all of it. Only a tiny bit is fresh, and most of that is locked in ice or groundwater. The ocean is salty because of sodium and chloride ions. You know, table salt. These make up over 90% of the dissolved stuff in seawater. Some rivers can taste slightly salty too, like in parts of Australia or the US, because they pass through mineral-rich land. But it never gets anywhere near ocean saltiness. So here's the scoop. Literally, rain washes salt from rocks into rivers. Rivers carry salt to the ocean. Ocean evaporates water, leaving salt behind. Over time, salt accumulates, making oceans salty. Rivers stay fresh because they're always flowing and never storing salt long term. Have a question about volcanoes, dinosaurs, clouds, or even your pet snail? Send it through the KidSpace Stories and Music app. It's free on the App Store and Google Play. Thanks for diving into the salty science today. Remember, science flows like water, always moving, always curious. Keep exploring, stay smart, stay salty, not like the ocean. And I'll see you next time on KidSay. This episode was brought to you with help from Britannica, U.S. Geological Survey, UNESCO's Ocean Literacy Program, and the super smart scientists who study our water cycle every single day.
That's it for today's episode of KidSay. If something made you wonder, that's a good thing. Big questions, little thoughts, even the weird ones. We love them all. So if you're curious about anything, open the KidSpace Stories and Music app on iOS or Android and ask us. It's free. And it all starts with your question. Until next time, stay curious and keep asking.